I don't think that's that hard. I don't know if it's pretty people get different benefits. We back to the same thing that we started with, right?
I
And
could
it's
have
very
ran
easy.
so many different ways when you said you don't think it's that hard. It has to be that hard to get 10,000. I'm just
They didn't call him Wilt the Stilt
That's his
for no
face.
reason. I there are a lot of opportunities, and the question is, why do you say no? Now he died in relatively early death, and he had enough money to cover it up so that it was if it was AIDS. Now I'm not trying to start a rumor, but if it was AIDS,
right.
we'll never know. That
We'll
there are
never know.
certain people that I hate that I even mentioned him, because I could drop one or two other names and be like, nah, they just had enough money and doctors to set it up, so we didn't find out.
Right.
Everybody wasn't as brave as Magic Johnson to come out and said I had HIV. But
is there anything better than a trip getting ready?
Nope.
For a long journey where our podcast released a new epi, searching for a fade fiending, new fixation. Giving this a subscribe is the same sensation. Started with the day runs, they gave us fuel to support the season. Could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here for a reason. Notification bells, text some friends, all to let you know. Check your Bluetooth, connect, talking with Donato.
welcome in, everyone. 2026 resolutions. Season 3, this is episode 13. One tree. 3 knots it. Crap. How do you say say 14? How do you say it in Spanish? 3.
Yo no sé.
I mean,
Let's see.
14,
13.
13.
13. Ooh, I just lost the whole Spanish speaking demographic. They was like, yo, we used to rock with you until that, Donato. Yo, sorry. Did y'all
un poquito.
for those same people? Hopefully you were impressed with what I did say, because I used another language that y'all might not even know. You're gonna have to go Google translate that one on your own a little bit later. So we'll get it started. Ladies, how are you feeling today?
Tired. It's what, hump day?
It's
Hump
yeah.
week? It's January. Every day matters in January, even though you don't want it to.
Yeah, and in my location, it doesn't know what season we're in. So we had a beautiful spring day today. Was in our North Face yesterday. Today we out, just some long sleeves. So I'm like, body's totally confused.
The yo-yo weather.
Yes.
You step out, it's cold, you're like, yo. You step out, it's a warm day, you're like, yo. That's what I meant. But I also meant the yo-yo back and forth. See, I'm working with y'all on different levels here.
Okay, we got you.
I do it for the people. 3 years, they still rocking with me. I don't want them to fall asleep. We're gonna start with the first topic.
Relationships.
Mm-hmm.
No, I wanted to, but I didn't.
I'm surprised.
I wanted to. A woman showed up to court in a tight dress, and the judge was not having it. The bailiff told her she's not allowed in the courtroom just like that and kicked her out before she could even say a word. The lawyer in the video broke it down, saying, if you want the court and jury to respect you, don't dress like that because you're just asking to be prejudged. Y'all think that's real or AI? According to World Star Hip Hop, who posted it.
What was it? Short, tight, and strappy?
Yes.
Okay, then yes. Because if it's just tight above the knee with a blazer or long sleeve, that's a different tight. So yes. There's also courts sometimes have like a dress code. Common folk, like, hey, at least don't come barefoot. Don't come in flip-flops.
Yep.
Don't bring your knives. But someone should have advised her to look presentable because they will prejudge and they have the right to say bye-bye.
Polly, you sound like a couple of your cousins had some cases that you had to go to court to give a little, just a little good feeling, some good vibes in the courtroom.
Well, they put on a different type, if you know what I mean.
Oh. Okay. Okay. It's, I always wonder when it comes to ladies, look, we talking DNA, and it's in our DNA to look at women. Any guy that tells you otherwise, they lying. Now, out of respect, yeah, when one of them juicy things walk past, we ain't gonna. I mean, we can't do that. We know that. But guys, we are trained visually. My lady, she be coming down the stairs. She'll cut the corner, and I'm looking because she came down in a tank top. She got on some tight shorts, and I'm honed in. Like that's in our DNA. Now y'all know that, and y'all do use that to your advantage sometimes. Ladies, can you at least agree with me on that?
Absolutely.
Now I know some guys take it a little too far. I know that. I'm just saying some ladies abuse that power. And so you have to use your power for good and not evil.
It's not abuse. It's just manipulating.
Right.
So that's where I was trying to go. Do y'all think it's fair game to go to court, look good for the judge? In this case, you ended up with a male judge, so it almost worked. Does that pretty people get benefits?
I mean, she might not be pretty.
Oh,
okay.
Oh no, she was fine. I saw the picture. Yeah, she was a dime piece. It was all together. The body, the face. Yeah, it would have worked, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, we'll take the pretty tax.
Yeah.
If it helps you save $500.
And again, the lawyer knew what she hopefully looked like before. This was not their first meeting at the courthouse, so he should have given instructions. Staff, if not him, his paralegal should have given instructions. And then again, we can't help it if she has assets that she's working with something.
Yeah.
She can't help. That she has curves.
So what if it's a person's real vibe though? Like we all know what works for us. And so we do it. And sometimes, that comes from a genuine place of I'm happy to be having this attention. So in that case, if there is let's just say a pattern or a history, in certain instances, do we let it go because we just know, you know what, I stay jam? Or to what you said, Polly, out of respect for the court and whatever we are calling tastefully dressed, you should have to cover up skin?
Well, there's a time and place to be yourself. Like I'm all for like, hey, be yourself, express yourself. But then there's also different settings. And it's one of those things like, yes, maybe like, oh, we need to defy the norm and the standards. But at the same time, like there's still this level like, okay, it's for the courts, right? Professional environment, right? And you think about going to, I don't know, the doctor's office, maybe you normally don't shower, but maybe that's one time you make sure to shower, or the dentist, right? Like you brush your teeth an extra time before going, even though normally you wouldn't, because you're like, I'm trying to make like a correct, not even a good impression, but like an appropriate impression. Like I'm already going to be judged. I might as well for having cavities and whatnot. Because there's, some people, they don't care. They're like, I'm gonna be me wherever I go. This is who I am. And we all know those people, right? Or we see them that they are just going to be flip-flops in every single environment, Crocs wherever they go, despite the fact that it ain't Croc weather or it ain't a Croc environment. And then so at that point you're like, all right, that's just them. And people familiar with them may know that and be okay with it and not correct them. But you kind of have to also understand, like, to survive in society, you have to understand some things that are acceptable and appropriate for society, whether you like it or not at the end of the day, right? Like,
man, I like that. I've already named this episode. I ain't going back to change it, Polly.
That's fine.
Maybe I'll name the next one Societal Clues, because that's exactly what I was thinking the whole time. I was sitting on something for you, DL. I was going to say, what if a youngin comes up in church and she got on that tight and right stuff? I mean, at least she came to church, and I'm just saying women because the topic was about a lady. But DL, can she get the help, or is she gonna be judged?
Oh no, well, she's gonna be judged by those that she's gonna be judged by those that are older than me. I call myself, I'm a love on everybody that comes through that door, no matter how you dress. But I can say that I'm gonna plead guilty because I know if I wear certain outfits to certain places, like going to the dealership, I know I can get a better price depending on what I got on and the salesperson that I'm dealing with, So, hey, sometimes you got to work what you got.
Yeah. No, it's true. I mean, I've always heard if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. And we know that sounds bad, but
Hey,
I
And
don't
you
think there are many people out there that are perfect in life where you wouldn't you wouldn't take a coupon for 40% off, even if you knew it didn't apply to you, but somehow you ended up with it. I think you would use it. I know that's not the dress code thing, but I think it's back to this. It's in our DNA to get ahead.
like you can't say even though you're like right, your argument is that like men are more visual and they gravitate to this, but you can't tell me that a guy wouldn't choose to like have like a deep V-cut t-shirt
mhm.
to go somewhere, but he knows like, oh well, I have like my my neck muscles look really good and like you could see some of my chest without
Yeah,
it
his
being
pecs and
shirtless, right? And so you can't say that they wouldn't do the same thing and be like, all right, well, I'm going, I'm going to get the bank to get a loan. And maybe if I get a female, maybe she'd be more willing to work with me. Or, I'm trying to think where, because like car dealership too, right? For example, maybe a woman might work a little bit extra harder if her client
Yeah.
is if the roles are reversed too, right? It's just a different because females have like more things on their bodies, not things on their bodies, but more assets that people focus on as opposed to guys. Like right, like who's wearing makeup, who's wearing jewelry,
right.
who's doing their
Yeah.
hair, who's
Yeah.
getting all this stuff done.
Yeah. Sometimes there comes a, what was that?
Now relationships.
No,
Yes, please.
We don't see the banner.
Right, relationships of 200.
Okay, you know what?
Oh, we should do
I wasn't gonna do the banner.
Jeopardy or
I didn't know if I was gonna do banners today, but yes, this one is a relationship one. That's why I did the big breath, because
Okay.
for the long-term fans, I wanted them to know, okay, your boy's finally getting to it. But your boy's finally getting to it. So here it is. How come our mate doesn't think that we are exceptional as everyone else? So here's an example. Do you think Michelle Obama thought Barack was exceptional as the rest of us? Or she was like, fool? And I guarantee you it was like that. As far as we know, they have a great relationship. But I'm still thinking that she's like, fool. Can y'all explain that to me? How come our mate doesn't think we're as exceptional as everyone else? And you can just think of anything. Boris Cujo, right? Good looking guy, been in a bunch of movies. I bet his lady, it's Nicole Ari Parker, I think is who he's with.
Mm-hmm.
Even after all these years, and they're still together as far as I know. # goals. I bet she's like, this fool. I mean, I just feel like your mate, is it this that we spent so much time together that the luster is worn off? Yeah, you got awards. Yeah, I know you're the greatest coach in the NFL, the longest tenured coach in the NFL, but that's just what you do there.
I don't know, because I think with a mate, I would be their number one fan. I'm, their biggest cheerleader.
DL's
because
a rare one.
Because
y'all get into the comments. Y'all DM DL.
Bring it. Because I have been with them to see them grow into their popularity. So, seeing them when they had that funny shaped head or didn't see, them before they got into the gym and all cut up and everything. So yeah, I'm going to see them better and bigger than anybody else. Nobody's going to outshine me, can be able to say, hey, I know more about my mate than I can know about my mate. I'm going to know more than his mama know. So,
okay. So when it says, when you get into that, so I have, I said it on the radio show. I'm sure I say it on the pod. I've had a lot of success with ladies, and I'm not a supermodel, but I'm not shy. I'm very confident, and I've got the platinum tongue, right?
And you use your shirts with a deep neck to your advantage, right?
That's what
yeah. Your boy had those years in the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because you're trying to get something out of it.
So the dime pieces, I mean, just the drop dead gorgeous, and they've had it for however long they've had in their lives. They can't go nowhere without people harassing them because they're so gorgeous. Okay, I've had that lady, and okay, that I don't know. In her eyes, I think she got tired of me. I had this girl one time when we look back at a picture with her. She had on a shirt, and you could see a fat roll. And then she worked out, and that's not her now. But I bet even at that point, she gets tired of me, so, which goes back to kind of what you're saying, DL. And so I see it from both ways. Like, it is that human nature? Is that in our DNA? I need to rename this episode. Is it in our DNA? What do y'all think? Is that in our DNA that your mate, I mean, they were good enough to get you, but they're nothing special after you get them?
I think it's also like I don't want to say learned behavior, but I also think like, because I have like two arguments or two point of views about it, right? Is like, one, they also see you at your worst, right? Like, and they're not repulsed at your worst. If it's, you haven't taken a shower after the gym, right? When other people might be like, oh, you smell, or oh, that's a wet t-shirt, like, and not the good kind of wet t-shirt, right? Right, because we say like in sickness and in health. So not that it's commonplace, and not that they're not proud of you. It's just, it could be just like, well, I don't shit on you when you have a bad day. I don't shit on you when you feel sick and you're not doing your part of the chores. Or I don't shit on you when you messed up somewhere. I mean, some people might, right? But like that, you don't. Okay, so some people may do that, but right, like you don't consistently dwell on it every time, right? You're just like, all right, well, or you know when to like, hey, like we haven't changed the oil in the car, and you're just like, I know it's gonna get done. I don't have to keep reminding about it. So kind of to be like, all right, and then like the positives, like, yeah, they're celebrated, but maybe they're not celebrating the way that you want it. So that's the first thing, right? The good and the bad. Second, it's like culturally, or maybe, or if you didn't grow up in a family where you saw that, or your culture didn't celebrate that, then maybe you don't know how to express that. Not that you don't care, but you know, if your parent, if that you had a set of parents that weren't like, I'm proud of you and giving accolades and not just participation trophies, but if they were just like, hey, here's how the day goes, we're together, and you saw me bickering, you didn't see positive, but they still stay together. Or you come from a culture where you just don't know how to celebrate other people, how to give and receive compliments, because it's just not your thing. So in that case,
so this goes back to, see, this that's why this is relationships. I always say, and I think I've said it with you ladies, that like at the beginning of relationships, we need to stop faking the funk. Like we said earlier, be you, however you dress, but be you, and then just say to them, yo, what was that dynamic like when you were growing up? Because this is one of those things, is like, this is important to know. Like, if you want to be appreciated, you should talk to that person and be like, yo, were your parents good? Like, I don't want to say date someone whose parents were in a long-term relationship, but if you are dating someone that came from something where her whole life, because you know I date ladies, her whole life all her mama was saying men ain't shit. Damn, I don't know if I want that girl, because I'm gonna get that a lot. Like, I feel like that's something we all should talk about, right? That's another one of those things to put on the list of things to talk about at the beginning of the relationship, is assess. Don't get caught up. What I say, dime piece. Just because she fine is all outdoors, yo, that's just one part of the relationship. Find out about those other things.
And then you don't want to get caught up, as far as women, we are told, watch how a man treats his mama. Then you'll find out how he's going to treat you. That's a lie.
that's a lie. Yeah, I was gonna say that's a lie.
That's and I want to know, because
I get that.
Because like, what is mama's boys, right? They're gonna be like, oh, I'll do anything. Maybe they'll be like, oh, I love you, oh, I kiss you, and give them compliments. But then they turn around, and like to their siblings or to their dad, right, they'll act differently. So what's to say that like just because you do things like as a mom would, like cook, clean, doesn't mean he loves you, because it's a different type of love.
Yep.
Right.
He's thankful that you got them skills to do that and he don't have to do it. But it doesn't mean that he cares about you, loves you. You have to have that respect, that consistency, that trust. So again, no.
Polly, you just put me onto a whole new path in life, and hopefully people to see this episode, because all right.
Oh, he got speechless.
It happens sometimes. People get mad, right? If you're not dating somebody from your own race, you either sell out or you're a wannabe or something like that, right? But what people don't understand, this is 2026 and the world has never been so intermingled. People have never been so bold. Look, if you think that there were white women, white men, black women, black men, Chinese, Japanese, that maybe wanted to date outside of their race years ago, yeah, they probably would have. But at that time, their culture wasn't breaking away and they knew their parents would kill them. They knew that person wouldn't be accepted. That doesn't mean it wouldn't have happened then. And then we're all in America. We know black and white. A brother knows he would have got lynched. The dad might have snuck him. He might have got set up. And so I just think now that's something I think people need to think about what you're saying. Because now when you date outside of your race or your culture, you need to be mindful of where that person comes from. Learn all you can, because you might be expecting something that happens in your culture, but you ain't getting it from that culture.
Yeah.
You just put us up on something, Polly.
Well, but then it goes back. It's like, that's like, cultural competence, and like people don't engage in that. A lot of people don't want to think about the fact that there are other cultures or people that are not like themselves. And I say cultures like loosely, where, whether it's linguistic influence or where their ancestors came from or what they look like, right? Like, but people don't really try to understand, and then very few people get any sort of education, whether it's formal or informal, about how to deal with people who are different from them, right? So like someone learning languages might be introduced to a language, and then they may be introduced to the culture, but still not enough significantly to be like, oh, I get it. And so I think there's just like a lot of people know them, if they know themselves, they expect others to be like them. And I think that's also why it's like a different point you mentioned, how we need to have conversations about or people, sorry, not conversation, but people need to be upfront about who they are when they're dating. But how, when all we're like everything that's sold to us is to improve ourselves and be different, and every day we're like, oh, okay, I need to save face and be this person, or oh, well, everything I watch tells me that when I go on a date, I have to dress up, I have to do my hair, and I have to put in all this effort to be something that I'm not when I'm sitting on the couch.
Now, Polly, you got me feeling like, didn't I say earlier about how confident I have always been? And now I'm wondering, have I been confident? Here's why. My lady says all the time, oh, you have a type. And she rolls her head like that too. Don't worry, she'll never watch none of this stuff, so don't worry about it. But she said you got a type. Now, I always take offense to that. But think about this, ladies, and tell me if I'm right. When I was in high school, I used to go to study hall, right? And in study hall, there was all the groups. Now, I was a jock and I was a skater. And so there's a lot of different tables I could sit at in the lunchroom and in study hall. But the nerds was over there playing D&D one day, and I just went and sat down because I was inquisitive. I was like, yo, what y'all doing, man? Rolling dice, and what y'all doing, man? Y'all got some money out here? Like, I had these jokes. I remember that. They chuckled. It's like, no, we playing Dungeons and Dragons. Now, I was raised in a church. So I was like, yo, back in those days, it was like, oh, it's satanic, it's cult, you guys. I didn't come at them like that, but I was like, oh, okay. So how's this? And then I just started learning. Look, when your boy was in study hall, it's not like I was going to be doing any work. So time and time, I just kept sitting at their table. I kept listening in, and then I ended up playing with them, and I enjoyed it. Now, I told you I already came from a bunch of different cliques.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm dating, when I'm doing things, I want to be around someone that isn't going to try to be a source of friction, and because they come from maybe a homogenous culture and it's like, oh, you a sellout because you're a skater. Oh, that's the part that makes you a sellout. Well, girl, take a seat because there's a few things I do. If that's how you feel, you're gonna love when you find out the rest of the stuff I do. And so maybe that's why I date a type, from what my lady is saying. Is it because, yo, who really wants that friction? Who wants that drama? Who wants that when someone's constantly telling you what you not? Because they don't have the cultural competence to understand you had a diverse background and upbringing. And it don't make you no damn sellout just because you good at something. There's a time where black people couldn't play baseball. So the first brother that was playing baseball was a sellout. Nah, he just didn't have the opportunity. And then they took it over. And then, the Negro League players had to come in and the game ain't been the same. Same thing with basketball. So I was wondering if y'all can understand that, because that's where you took me with this, Polly. Like, I see that. I see cultural competence. I see cultural understanding. I see cultural empathy. I see it all.
But even in your example right now, you went back to high school and cliques, which is what is said to people, right? Who are the jocks with? The cheerleaders. The nerds, they don't get people, right? Unless they get other nerds. So if people consume all this media with like take any teenage show focused on teenagers right now that's popular or out, and there's always like these cliques, and there's always like, okay, this is what happens. Oh, that's like that one time that somebody decides to be together and they're not supposed to be together because it's not that archetype, but that's the same thing, right? And then people think like, oh, well, who am I? Oh, I'm more like of a nerd. Oh, that means that I will never get to have this person. And or they learn that, you go too hard, like I have to be myself. Like, yes, you can be yourself, but again, just like you can also figure out how much of yourself you should or need to be. Okay, if you're the nerd, you don't always have to be and you don't have to be just one thing. That's the other thing.
Yes.
Which I think people are like, oh, that's me, that's who I am, I can't do anything else. So there's a lot that like people have to know about themselves, but also everything that's fed to them is a big influence.
When are we supposed to change though, ladies? Like, is there a point where you have to change? So I'm a biker boy, right? And a bunch of times people have always told me that, oh yeah, my cousin used to ride, but then he got a girl and this girl told him to stop riding. Huh? How's she going to do that? But then I always say, well, he's going to regret her. And if the relationship ever fails, does he go back to riding? Or is this the new him based off of what one lady told him to do? So when are we supposed to change?
Why do we have to change?
Yes. And change.
So I have a cousin. The whole front of his house is built with collectibles.
Okay.
And he don't want you. I said collectibles, and you see some behind me. My kids be like, hey, can I play with that? Nah, you ain't playing with that.
No.
And if you go to my cousin's house, I don't think you're going to ask. Some of his stuff is behind acetate, behind glass. But man, I mean, y'all know, look, y'all know what I'm saying. There are some ladies that's going to be like, okay, I'm out. So should he have to change?
No, that's their loss, because, and I'm giving to tell my age. The best dater or best dating example that I have learned from throughout the years was Captain James T. Kirk of Star Wars, Star Trek.
Puerto Rican, black, white, Chinese.
It didn't matter what galaxy, what planet he was going to, he could find a woman.
And it was always fine too.
Allowed me to think again, growing up, okay, I don't have to stay within this color. I don't have to stay within this socioeconomic background. I don't have to stay within this type of degree. I don't have to limit myself. I can open up the door, and no telling who is out there that does not fit into that box that we have been programmed to pick from.
You just
know.
dropped a whole bar, DL. That's beautiful.
So
Captain
no,
Kirk, equal opportunity,
that's it.
booty chaser.
I mean, I like Taco Tuesday. I like wings on Wednesday. I like,
Friday.
hey,
I don't know. Yeah, we already knew about you. You dropped the Ola Poppy real quick. Like we know what circles you've been. Let's just say there's been one or two salsa nights I bet you done been at. So
get that batata on, you know. So
nah, I appreciate y'all taking me down this road because I think the conversation doesn't happen because people get sensitive.
mhm.
Yeah.
Because so the other thing is nobody wants to be challenged with who or what they are, especially when it comes to putting them in a box, right? I make this conversation all the time. When Tiger Woods first came out, he lost a good amount of the black population when he said, I don't want to be known as, everybody keeps saying he's the first black golfer to do this. And then he said, oh, hold on. No, I don't like that. That's only half of who I am.
Mhm.
Because my Thai mother and her Thai parents and my Thai cousins and uncles and aunties and all the love they've given me, I don't like that they don't get that. Now, he didn't get to go that far, but that's what he meant. That's what he was saying. But you don't even get the chance to go down that road because the black people wanted to write him off. Oh, he a sellout. Oh, Uncle Tom. We don't have those conversations.
Right.
But we like to put people in the box to what you were saying, Polly, that, oh, yeah, you're this. And you got to do that. Yeah, I appreciate that. Y'all took me down. So I had follow-ups to what we started. So remember, we had started with how come your mate doesn't think you're as exceptional?
Yeah.
So ladies, I'm gonna put y'all on the spot. Whether you're in a relationship right now or not, when's the last time your love interest told you that you were amazing? And if you're not in something, the point is, when's the last time someone in your shadow, DL, Polly Pockets, your circle, when's the last time someone told you that you were amazing? Just curious, not judging. Amazing. Maybe even not even that word, like you're spectacular, but y'all get what I'm saying. When's the last time someone said that to you, ladies?
I'm gonna say 2 hours ago.
Oh, yeah, she out here just got love for days. Got love in your back pocket.
Hey, it's 2026. I'm coming in, you know.
It's coming in hot.
Yeah, we loving on our folks.
But
you
that's
know.
good though. That's good. I'm happy for you, DL. Seriously, as my co-host, you deserve that. You deserve that love, and I'm glad you got that.
And it's funny because it came from a 9-year-old child who had
Right.
just gotten in from school. Not related by blood, but
Yeah.
I'm Aunt DL.
Yep.
Comes in, their mom is visiting, and they had been asking their mom to make some Filipino spring rolls.
Mm.
Oh, this is why you gotta have friends from all nations.
There it is. See,
And yes,
You
and
missing
she
out.
went in that kitchen. I don't know what she was doing because I let her do her thing. She just said, sit down at the table as the babies are coming in from school. Had the spring rolls on the plate with the rice and the sauce and my Sprite.
oh,
We
DL.
all gave thanks, and the children says, Aunt DL, we love you. She wasn't doing it for us. Yes.
Oh, wait a minute. Let's back up. Okay, so the question was, how come your mate doesn't think you're exceptional? How come your mom don't think you're exceptional? But when DL come over, we breaking out some homemade rolls. Look, I don't want to send y'all to therapy. I might already had y'all therapy for the week, but hey, when's the last time one of y'all's moms told y'all was exceptional?
Oh, Polly, I'm gonna give that one to you, babe.
Okay, Polly, have you had it within the last week?
No.
2 weeks?
No.
Month?
It's like the Titanic meme. It's been 87 years.
That's it.
Hey, Polly, oh, 87-year-old haven't.
Anyway, you can buy good things on the internet.
Okay, so then I appreciate y'all answering that. What was the last time y'all told somebody that?
I said it this morning to one of my offspring.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause they were
That's
flexing, using their muscles.
Oh,
Ooh.
And
Were they trying to intimidate you? Are you okay?
oh, I'm thinking.
Right.
Sheesh. It's not,
how-
don't it be out? It's like they was flexing on you like, hey, give me some more lunch money, mama.
Yeah.
Now, run
They
it.
always do that.
Oh, okay.
I'm
God,
hungry.
Oh gosh.
Feed me
I feel
now.
bad for you, Polly.
Yeah, but I had to give props to build up some confidence, and I actually was impressed by their achievements. That wasn't just like, "Hey, I did this." Oh, you always do that. This was like, "Oh, okay, I see what you're doing now."
Okay.
So-
See?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it was this morning. The mornings all look the same though.
It's just rolling on through, you know.
I understand. DL, we're gonna mute you for a little bit. Nobody want to hear from you after you done got some fresh spring rolls made today. Everybody's salty. Hey, in the comments, y'all, if y'all salty about DL getting some fresh made
Hungry.
from the old country.
Bam, she was in there.
Okay, so then here's the last thing. Do y'all want that? As we're learning, whether it was in your culture, but now at this point, you do want to. I mean, I think in your DNA, we all want to be appreciated, right? Even, I'm sorry, Polly, but fuck the culture. You want to be appreciated. I think every culture appreciates people, right?
Yeah, different ways,
Right.
mechanisms. Yeah, I mean it is nice. That doesn't mean it's something. It's hard. I mean, okay, now I'm speechless over here, right? It doesn't mean it gets easier to know how to accept that.
Oh, yeah, I could dig that. Okay, that I get.
All right. So if you don't have it, would you miss it? Probably. But then if you didn't know how to accept it to begin with, are you like, okay, I'm okay with this because I didn't expect I was getting it to begin with, like the compliments or the acknowledgments or the accolades, right? Does that make sense?
Long time fans of this podcast are loving this right now. That's why they've been rocking with us so long, because this takes me back to, one of the reasons I was good with the ladies, because I could read women well. Now, that could be stalk, that could be hunt, that could be whatever you want to call it. I know y'all got jokes, ladies. Y'all know me very well. But it comes to, y'all always heard the girls with the daddy issues, right? That's a real thing. That's a real thing. I'm not saying you know that immediately when you meet a lady, but you gain this stuff throughout. But there are some ladies that I was the guy on the side. And a lot of times, if I had $1 for every time they want to be complaining about what they man don't do. Girl, I don't want to talk about you, dude. I'm here with you right now. I got it. That's why you with me. He don't care. Now, I'm jumping in on that. I'm reminding him he don't care. That's why you with me. That's why you coming over tonight, right? You coming over? He don't care. I done told you 4 times on this phone call how fine you are. Has he told you today? No. So what time you coming over? Like, you can do that. And I was just kind of curious for you guys. Sometimes it's, we don't get it, but we want it. But we don't get it.
I'm suspicious of too much accolades or gratitude, or I feel like you're trying to set me up for something. You're buttering me up for something.
She says she got the evil eye ready.
But then there's also people who don't know that they're being buttered up because they've never gotten that much before. So they're like, oh, I'm melted butter over here.
No, pimp, me ain't doing.
So in that case, the guy should just be upfront with who he is in the start and not be, playing games. But he's also not trying to have a long-term relationship. Well,
to that same point, maybe that's why they're with me, because they wanted that, because they weren't getting it from their guy, and this feels good.
Well, Donato, I got a question for you. You made a statement that you were kind of like the side man to the woman. Now I've heard of a side chick. I've heard of a wingman. So what do you call the man that's a side piece?
He
Is
decides
this-
dick.
Thank you. Okay. I just
Is it face to the side or face wide?
I mean, I just thought that up on the spot because you said chick, and
Yeah.
I thought that's where you were going.
because I didn't
So,
have never thought
the
about it until
military-
you said it.
He's called Jody.
See,
It's
Side piece, probably.
it's yeah.
is he technically this?
He's a
men in
creeper.
Side pieces? No.
He be creeping.
Well,
know, I was raised in the MTV, the BET, the 106 in Park in those days, and so
Yeah.
I blame LL. Who do you love, and are you sure? Look,
but AJ
when-
been with his wife for how many years now? So he was
in
not
those-
aside.
I know, but the videos. Hold on, this is Your Honor. I'm pleading that
Mhm.
I was influenced negatively by the videos, and in all the videos, that's what you want to be. Now, get in the comments. I got it. I was easily misled, or I was looking for an excuse. I got all that, people. I don't need your therapeutic stuff. I'm just saying that's how it was, and that was one of our clips, and it did pretty good, DL, on YouTube. No, TikTok. It did really good on TikTok. When I said that you were an art because you had your kids in the 80s, 90s, I said that was the best R&B. The R&B generation of 80s and 90s was the best love making generation, something like
Yes,
that.
sir.
It's doing very well, by the way.
I'll figure.
Okay, while we are here,
Relationships.
this isn't necessarily relationships. It's more of a point of view.
Okay. Point
Should
of
you
view.
keep
Okay.
track of how many times that you've had sex?
Ooh.
Wait, who is our character? Is it the guy who's trying to have a relationship, or is it the guy who's trying to have a fling every night? Is he the side piece?
Right.
Well, so
And
it's
he gonna tell
because my question is like, who counts? Like, who keeps track of that?
men.
Men. Is
I
he
can't say
is
that,
he doing is he doing it for the gratitude? Is he trying to get say, oh, you did well tonight?
No, it's more of frequency. But I ain't never had a conversation with another dude and be like, oh, how many women you slept with? So we never done that.
Oh,
And we don't say, yo, how many times this week have you had it? We don't do that. But what we do say is, hey, man, well, we don't directly be like, yo, you want a dry spell? But it's like, yo, we ain't seen you with nobody, or, we take it. That's how we get it out. We could say, you are uncomfortable, dude. You probably ain't had none in a while to like pick on them.
Mhm.
We'll do that. But I'm just wondering, should you keep track of how many times that you have sex?
No, but you know who would keep track of that? Women who are obsessed with trying to get pregnant.
Yeah.
Oh.
They,
Oh,
the like
ovulation diaries.
like to the extreme, because some people are just like whatever, and some
Yeah.
are just like at this time in this day during this phase of the moon during this peak time.
Mm-hmm.
So they are probably like tracking it, but that's not like I'm sure it's not the tracking you're are curious about, and that's business.
This just came to me the other day, and I was just wondering, should you? I think someone asked, maybe it was a show or something I was watching, but somebody asked, and I was like, yo, who would have that number? I don't even. And
In the
because I feel
comments,
like
tell
the number makes it matter, right? The number makes it matter. If it's a good number, huh? What makes it a good number?
Well,
So I don't know if you should keep track of it. I was just curious.
we need to ask or go back and read Wilt Chamberlain's book.
Oh, hey, that's my fraternity brother. Let's watch this.
And I'm just saying.
My cap. Well, I got a cap of brick right there.
You
I don't know. My cane is out of view, but
he said that his score was look, he had more scores in the bedroom than he had on the court. So
I want to say that number was 10,000.
Yeah.
Is what he said.
yeah, he
This
didn't have that
brother
many
has been a
points.
standout since middle school, and so I don't think that's that hard. I don't know if it's pretty people get different benefits. We back to the same thing that we started with, right?
I
And
could
it's
have
very
ran
easy.
so many different ways when you said you don't think it's that hard. It has to be that hard to get 10,000. I'm just.
They didn't call him Wilt the Stilt
That's his
for
face.
no reason. There are a lot of opportunities, and the question is, why do you say no? Now, he died in relatively early death, and he had enough money to cover it up so that it was, if it was AIDS. Now, I'm not trying to start a rumor, but if it was AIDS,
Right.
we'll never know. That
We'll
there
never
are
know.
certain people that I hate that I even mentioned him, because I could drop one or two other names and be like, nah, they just had enough money and doctors to set it up, so we didn't find out.
Right.
Everybody wasn't as brave as Magic Johnson come out and said I had HIV. But I think that's one thing that stops normal people
Mm-hmm.
is the fear of catching something. But if you're in this case, literally and figuratively, the biggest guy on the planet, how much are you turning down? I feel like that's hard to do.
With AIDS and other STDs on the increase, this might be a time that you want to have good hand strength.
She said, go ahead and catch a cramp. But yeah. All right. I want y'all's point of view here. If your woman walks the junkyard with you, do you have a good one?
Was she walking in something tight, or is she actually being useful?
Yo, she did have on something that she had on some leggings. So she won't ready to do like real work. But
no, she's coming to help. She's coming to help you out, because if she has that on, somebody's coming to help her, because she's gonna be bent over on the front of the hood of that, or bent down, and ma'am, can I help you? Can I help you? You need me to take something off for you? Sure.
Well, I do need a wrench because because I didn't have a wrench. So thank you. I was hoping somebody would help me.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. I like that.
Mhm.
Hey, we were talking cultural competence, and I want to enlighten y'all of some stuff around the world. We do pretty good in other countries. If you think Krampus is scary, go to Wales. They have a tradition called Mari Lwyd. It means gray mare. A person hides under a white sheet holding a real horse skull mounted on a pole. DL's already shaking her head. They knock on people's doors at Christmas and sing rhymes challenging the homeowner to a battle of wits. If the homeowner can't rhyme back fast enough, the skeletal horse gets to enter the house and eat their food and drink their beer. It is essentially a rap battle against a zombie horse.
Mm-mm.
That's weird. Keep it in Wales. Next.
I'm going to
next.
put this to the test. I'm going to start. I'm going to freestyle. And I'm going to look at the clock. I'm going to see if I could go 25 seconds without messing up. And then I'm going to pass it to one of y'all. And then this is it. Because one of y'all are really going to have to. We're in different places. I wish I was at wherever that house is with that fireplace that you got, Polly. But
Right.
one of y'all are going to have to Uber Eats something to me if you can't do the 25 seconds.
Can we pause? DL, what is your...
Right. Before we get to this rap battle, just in case you have not seen, and the lighting might not be, my people do not do anything under white sheets. I
lost her from the very start of the story.
And my people don't open doors if we don't know them.
Dang.
So
then I'm glad y'all were listening. So that, but think of the pressure though.
no,
I wasn't really gonna do it because that's unfair. That's unfair. But that's stressful, right?
No, they made that decision. They opened the door. There's a peephole, okay, or there's windows, or you
Thank
just
you.
pretend nobody's
Security
home,
camera.
like on Halloween, where you pretend you're not home because you don't want to
Polly,
engage.
they ain't scared.
Okay, well then that's on them. They know what they're
Right.
getting into. too bad, so sad. I don't care about your stress.
Right. That's your dumb self.
Self-induced. Don't
Right.
open the door. Keep watching TV or eat your
Right.
dinner.
Sit down, enjoy your dinner and your beer. Come on now.
Yeah, don't. What are we doing there?
No,
Keep
that
your wheels.
No.
we
No.
we might have
No.
lost all of our viewership in Wales.
We
Thanks,
don't
guys.
have any.
We do okay. The UK, it just shows up as the UK. I'd have to.
I
Well,
guarantee you they're
okay.
gonna say they agree with us on this one that no.
Or they're gonna
No.
say it's a made up story.
Right.
I need y'all's point of view on something here. Think about dating your neighbor. So the thing is, when you're dating your neighbor, they can come by. But then the problem is that they can come by anytime.
Mhm.
This is
So
why you
would y'all date your neighbor?
No, this is why you don't even talk to your neighbors, because then they want to talk
Right.
to you all the time, right?
Right. They want to.
Polly.
You start
Polly.
talking to your neighbor, then they want to borrow something, and can I come in?
Yeah, they want to borrow that body. That's why they coming over.
No, if you
why
can't get sugar or butter, what else you think you're not gonna get over here?
DL, come on.
Yeah.
That's Uber Eats right there.
You can hang out with your neighbor when they're your ex neighbor. Then that's fine.
Okay. All right.
Don't tell them where you live.
Yeah, and
No,
if they wanna hang out, that's why we have a block party. I'll see you in the street. I'm not at my house.
Hold on. I'm gonna call y'all out on this. What if your neighbor fine, banging? Who got that kind of? Nobody's got that kind of control.
Do
You gonna shoot your shot?
The phrase is you don't shit where you eat.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Bam. Put a
Yeah.
pin right there. Pin that.
yeah.
Mhm.
That's tough.
Or
tough. You're right.
or if they're that fine, just move out of your apartment. Or be prepared to move out of your apartment when it goes south.
Right.
Okay.
Or be prepared to always donate flour and butter.
Because you get ready to be community property. Mm-hmm.
I'm going back to kind of what we started earlier. It's along the same lines of the question, but I thought this one up on a different day.
Uh-oh.
When your boo thing is a performer, can you enjoy their music? Like nowadays, is Beyonce still pumping that old school Jay-Z? We know she rocked with it back in the 2000s. That's why she kind of had the little crush on him and they ended up together. But does she listen to Jay-Z's music still now?
No.
So can you enjoy the music if your boo thing is a performer?
I mean, you can. You probably hear them too much practicing in the shower that you're like, I'm good. I'm over this. You
Right.
got the behind the scenes footage. What else do you need?
Right.
So Eminem's lady is not feeling her, but the rest of the world, we think he's top 5 dead or alive. But his boo thing is like, man, I'm tired of Eminem stuff.
He probably raps about, making the bed, doing the laundry. So she's good. She's had her fill.
Right. She's not enjoying her morning coffee, because he's sitting there writing down on the napkin or spitting lyrics or whatever else, trying to make it work. And she's like, really? Can I have my coffee? Can I at least have my coffee first? Can I
She
get
got her cafe au lait because I lay in the sugar right deep there in that hay that I made. I mean,
Oh, you was about to hit 25 seconds. Polly was ready. Hey, Polly, move to Wales.
No.
Oh, okay. I thought she might want to do a little zombie horse thing.
no?
Guys, I got caught up in Stranger Things, right?
oh my goodness.
And I don't want to do a spoiler for you
Mhm.
guys. I think it's a month. You got to wait before you do the spoiler alert. You've got to at least give it a month. I don't know the rules,
You should never do a spoiler, period.
but
Right.
that's true. That's true. To be considerate. But I noticed then it was at the height of the Cold War, and the bad guys were the Russians. So I want to ask y'all a question. Are the Russians actually the bad guys in communism? Because it was an insult to say, oh, you're a commie. Socialism is, but y'all, just hear me out on this. The Russians in USSR, they had guaranteed jobs, and a whole lot of mother suckers had this thing called a dacha. That's a summer home,
Okay.
a little cottage they could all go to max and relax. Yo, DL, growing up, did you have a summer home?
No.
But you thought communism was bad, right? The socialism was bad, right? But if you knew they had a guaranteed job,
no, I knew this is what they tried to ingrate in us. But I like the Russians from Get Back because one, won't nobody messing with them. Two, they always had them fur coats on,
Oh,
nice rides, big
chinchilla,
homes.
chinchilla right here.
They were healthy. They were nice and thick. The men were, you know. Hey,
Okay, so you didn't buy into it. Okay,
mhm.
yo, Polly, you know how we look at Russians here in America. You've already told us that you're a youngin when we've made some 80s references, and you're like, who that? But in the 80s, Polly, and just take my word for it for the sake of this conversation, the Americans were told that, Russians were the bad guys and the communism and socialism was so bad. But a guaranteed job and a dacha? Come on, man. That sounds like good living, right?
It sounds like good living, but also Americans, what you feed them, they'll eat, right? Just like we talked earlier in the show that like the jock and the cheerleader get together, not the nerd and the cheerleader, right? So in the 80s, yeah, they're definitely eating whatever's being spoon fed to them. They can't go, do any other research that you can today. So it sounds great. Yeah, sure. Many people think that before they started communism, they said
they had a brother at summer home. It's called a dacha, but they had me at summer home. I'm about to be communist Joe. I'm gonna change this podcast. Look, I already got red. Everything in the podcast is red anyway. I'm about to be communist Joe and get me a summer house, and y'all sit on that. All right, don't come to my summer home, ladies.
A summer home might like. What's the condition of it though?
Right.
It might just be here's some stuff for you to build it.
Oh, gold digging Polly, girl, just be impressed that I got a summer home. Why are you asking the condition, the square footage, and my Zillow? What's your Zillow rating?
Well, see, but then again, over in Russia, I don't know what the weather conditions are year round, but I can imagine maybe it might have been a little warmer in some places or it might be a little colder in some places that your summer hole might be right there by a fishing spot where there's a hole in a block of ice and you gotta, make it do. That could be your summer home. It's warmer than where you was at. That Kucha place that we talked about last time.
Yeah.
It could be warmer than there to be at the the lake where you got a little hole to get some fish. That might be your summer home.
Yeah.
So
I was as I thought about this more, I kept thinking more about it. And okay, so that's the biggest country in the world, but and they had a lot of people, but I feel like you're gonna run out of space. You have that many people, you need that much space for everybody to have a dacha. So do you get one on the lake, or you deep in the woods far away from the lake? Like there ain't no well water. Like I feel like maybe there's levels to this, that your dacha might not, almost to what you were asking me, Polly. Maybe I checked the block and I got a dacha, but it ain't like a pimp pad kind of place.
No, like, yeah. Where is it at? How bad does it suffer through the winters? How much time do you need to spend rebuilding? Can you even get material?
Oh, yeah.
How far is it from where you actually live? If you don't have a car that can take you places without stopping 5 million times.
All right, hold on 1 second, guys. Hey, honey, we ain't moving to Russia. I know, girl. I know. I promised you, but they done messed it all up, man. We ain't gonna get no dacha. No, we ain't gonna get one. Sorry, I'm back. I had my lady all amped up.
Summer home.
Yeah,
no dacha.
I had her at summer home. I was like, yo, I'm gonna go over there. My podcast gonna take off. We're gonna be big in Siberia. And then I'm gonna get you a dacha. Oh,
Right. But internet, let's start with electricity.
Oh yeah.
Let's start there.
We'll do live shows.
Will your hotspot or your Wi-Fi puck work?
I'm gonna need what's the thing that Musk started? I'm gonna need the Starlink. I'm gonna need some satellite internet.
Yeah.
It's even allowed in there.
Yes. What is our heating source?
Chinchilla fur.
This is my last thing. I want y'all to help me with a relationship, my own personal relationship thing. Give me your point of view.
Can't be helped.
No, hey, I didn't even say it yet, Polly.
Oh, sorry.
So I told my girl that I strained my groin, and I heard a mini applause.
Next.
And when I confronted her, she said it was the TV that the kids were listening to. Why is she so happy that I strained my groin?
Because you're probably the one counting how many times you're doing it.
Right.
Yo, baby.
little nicks
It's
on the bed.
24 hours, girl. I ain't had that good in 24 hours. We only did it once this week, baby. Yeah, you're right. That's good, Polly. DL, should she have laughed?
Oh, I wouldn't have laughed in your face.
I mean, she applause. It was a mini applause.
Oh, a
but
mini applause. Did she
yes.
do one of these numbers, or did she do?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, dang, Polly.
No, or was it like the big one?
Right.
Hey, man, see these women stick together.
Or was she like, yes?
I don't even know my lady like that, but
Come
anyway.
on,
But yeah, I think she was like, "Hoorah, hooray!" I think that's where she went. I think
so she was like
oh,
her bonnet could stay on.
No doubt. I think that's what she was thinking. But that don't make it right. That don't make it right, though, right, ladies? That don't make it right.
So she's safe in her muumuu. Mm-hmm.
No. See, all right. I already see what side y'all taking, man.
The wrong crowd.
Let's cut this off. Let's go home. You know what? I'm going to Russia by myself.
Okay.
They had baby. I wouldn't leave you. No, I'm gonna still get you the furs, girl.
No.
God, see y'all home wrecking. Y'all home wrecking.
You and your sprung groin. Y'all go right on. Go.
Spring away.
Yeah.
Told her I was gonna get her some foxes. Hey, y'all know in Russian, the word for fox is Lisa, like Lisa and Colcham. Lisa is a fox. But I was gonna get her a little bunch of foxes for her. Her fur coat was gonna be the fox joint.
No, she said she's not interested in that summer home. Nope. Mm-mm.
Well, her name is Jamie, so I told her after I get you there, we're gonna call you Jamie Fox. Because I'm gonna buy her the fox. Okay. No. Well, it's a hard crowd, and
no, that was a bad dad joke.
Yeah, I just
it was terrible.
Yeah.
Now everybody know her name. They're gonna be looking for her now.
Mm.
She probably want that.
She should have married. Look, she should have been with Jody.
Hey, hold on, that hurts. Nobody's happy about Jody. I was just saying Jody is out there creeping.
Yeah.
Well, creeping.
Right.
Ladies, this has been fun. I'm about to get me. I think I'm gonna have a little dinner. I think I'm a little hungry. We're gonna do that. But it's 2026.
Hey.
This was 2026 resolutions. Season 3, episode 13. As always, I appreciate you ladies for talking with Donato.
Hey, peace.
Bye.